I mean, it's...
No?
Wow, I'm really shocked. There must be something I don't know about Morph, because you see it all the time in pubs right now, and it just looked like... It's 23 Savage, so wonder why they went for the DK. Do you have any thoughts, Mira?
But at the same time, Talon have made some adjustments to try to counter those things they're proposing with the mid Monkey King facing the Quap, for example. Let's see if
that tag
plays
team
way out of
is
this one.
dirty. Fairy Fire pop, but it's not going to be enough. First Blood goes the way of Skeeter and Team Falcons. Snake King might be the trade, although he pops a Fairy Fire. Infernal Blade gets him quite low. WS does get Scorched Earth. He's not going to be enough damage, though. The Tango out-regens the damage.
They must be valuing their own ability to make plays so much more. Nice spear back here from Amar bottom, but they missed both Impalement Arts and he got blood grenaded. Oh my god, crit.
Like if you're BKB'd first and then you breathe fire.
I mean, it says on Breathe Fire spell tooltip. It says pierces debuff immunity, no. And I'm assuming that would be the damage for WS.
He's surrounded. Malrine has made his rotation. Tag team is so insanely strong.
This lane is already hard enough as it is, and then Malrine, in addition, rotating over just adds insult to injury. And he's going to stay here. They're hoping that WS will just TP back in. Instead, they'll see Joe come, and they'll stun him.
Yep, Balance Strike to cancel the TP.
And
another tag team, and another death. Only question is who will it go to? Will be Skeeter.
Not only that, but it's also a process of elimination thing, right? He's not mid. We are pushing top, and Quap isn't there.
Wukong's command already. Cuckoo comes in to try to save WS. Was stuck inside shards for a bit, but looks like Falcons will try to run away as a mass rotation. Successful in defending, successful in killing off Snake King. That leaves Amar all alone in this lane. Gets Dragon-tailed though, so can't find a good opening for Spear, especially with crit so close behind.
This is not possible, yeah.
Balance Strike from Malrine, though. Into the
really
review
trying.
for the slow. Knife for the slow. A spear for the stun. 23 Savage actually will fall. The whip. And Malrine gets credit for that one. He is
kind of just running from lane to lane looking for plays.
The smoke play from Talon.
There's a banana, though.
Yeah, the banana's coming from the south.
Cuckoo, don't
Dragon Tail. Arrow does hit Amar right in the ass, but a whip onto two heroes. And now a huge ult from Amar.
All right.
Skeeter even comes to play as well. 2 dead in the blink of an eye for Talon. Make it 3 with 23 Savage going to the grave. What a bait from Amar.
For a month, and then suddenly he's first pick again.
Yep, that is true. Mass TPs from Falcons as they're going to turn this around onto the Rasta.
Not wasting any time there, Malrine. You want to get in with the Dragon Tail and do the arrow combo. You want to use the Doom. Gonna try with Moonlight Shadow here, WS.
Yeah, wants to open it up with the Doom. He will. Snake King. Shard's going to block a bit. And the Walrus Punch with the blocks. Into the trees, the Monkey King goes. Malrine looks like he might take a tumble here. Shackle ensures that that is the case. So big kill for Talon. Snake King's going to die as well. Although pops the wand, and well, Makoto will make sure that the job gets done.
All right, let me tell you a secret about carrier players, okay? Carrier players see they can make their number go up.
Yeah.
They will pick I make number go up.
But
it's taken 10 years of practice for these players to not buy Midas every game.
Yeah, he is donezo. 30 seconds on the deck. Nice setup there for Falcons. But at the same time, Dota players like to make other people miserable. And lowering damage of enemy parry
is not as cool as my number go up.
That's probably true. Cuckoo dodging a knife.
Yeah, he has one more leap now. He's going to need it.
Knife coming. Knife missing. But Boundless Strike now.
And
Ice Shards. And the eventual kill onto the apparent model that will be remodeled, according to Shiver.
Yep. Thanks, Shiver, for the spoiler.
If that doesn't happen, you can blame Shiver. WS on the run. Pops the drums. Another Boundless, and from the south, Skeeter comes. Gets the reflection. They have the control. They have the damage. But
I wonder who came up with Mischief. I think it's just such a cool idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's in the actual lore of Monkey King, so... As Boundless Strike misses from Malrine, but they have the spear inside the Wukong's command, but he's stuck inside the Serpent Ward, so it's immediately canceled. 23 Savage in a lot of trouble. As the Sonic Wave comes in, does a decent amount of damage. Malrine gets boxed and saved for the time being. 23 Savage is dead. Snowball save again. So the 2 saves onto Malrine, but he goes into Makoto. Do they have the damage to finish him off? They do. And Malrine somehow lives. And guess what's spawning at 15 minutes?
And all of that damage just goes to waste. If they had gone for a different target than Monkey King, they probably could have killed that hero. Don't blame them for trying.
Amar caught off guard.
He can be boxed up.
Yeah, they do have support here for Falcons. He's fine. He's just going to walk it off. And now he'll be able to get the Shadow Shaman in all likelihood eventually. Skeeter's even made his rotation over and will be rewarded with the kill. Well, after going for the Aegis, they've actually lost 2K on their lead so far. But this is with the Doom. WS inside the shards. They see him. They destroy him.
All right, can we get a replay of that? Skitter's not backing out. He's playing on half health. He'll just keep going.
He does have a second life to work with, of course.
And a third life because he has Thunder. Yep.
Boundless Strike to cancel the Shackle, and the Wukong's command to follow. Support. Kill right off the bat. Skeeter a little bit deep, but we'll go back to finish off the range racks as a Sonic Wave onto Skeeter and company. And a Dagon to finish him off, but that's life number 1 as they delete Cuckoo off the face of the map. And just like that, it's a 5 versus 3. But will they stick around to finish this melee?
And other news, 23 Savage is farming bottom.
He's not here, so I guess they will stay.
If this is how you're going to play your Dragon Knight, I think you should pick Morph. I haven't seen any Dragon Knight plays yet.
I forgot he was in the game.
And you got wrecked. Oh, never mind. Chicken
miscalculation.
Fingers. Chicken fingers.
There you go.
Damn.
Really impressive stuff.
That is honestly a godlike meme number. Up, punch.
Yep, Snake King. We'll
That's
the snowball. I actually want to continue here. Puts down the Ice Shards completely out of mana. Will take an arrow to the ass.
Yep.
But he has a thick one.
The DLC of Skyrim there.
His Tusk. Down the strike on a Cuckoo, but I think Falcons will finally back away as Snake King. Gets really low, but will survive. And Amar, this is such a weird engagement. What is happening? They find a Marana. That sentry doing work. Easy pickoff, and the 420 Dream has ended. It was brief, but it was glorious.
Talon could find a way to get -1 kill now. We could get 322 as well, but I don't think there's any way to do that.
Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe in the next patch we can put that on the board.
Decent poke here.
Trying to be a nuisance. He's taking a lot of damage inside the Ice Shards. He cannot blink away. He's dead. That is a pathetic death. That is so sad to see. And there's the Dragon Knight, and no more. As Falcons just rolling away with this.
23rd kill, Shannon. Another number things.
Yep, there's a lot of numbers in this game. WS takes the tumble. Surely you call GG soon. This is mega over. Amar, can they at least get him? Oh, the Yules actually dodges damage. Wow.
You know what they say, it's not over until the fat Marana face gets reworked. GG!
All right.
Well, that's
that was a game of Dota, apparently.
Was that the fastest game of the tournament? It's the fastest game we've cast by over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right. Your Colt Brothers beat Edge in 23:09 yesterday, but here we are.
My
Falcons
goodness.
beating a record today.
Peter's haircut looks really good, by the way.
Yep.
He plays Underlord, right? I think it's a pretty good Underlord game.
Nope.
Yeah, I meant Pangolier for Team Falcons, as this is just a fantastic hero in this game.
It's going to be something like Jakiro or Ringmaster, like these 5s that actually offer lockdown and playmaking potential. But it's all right. Amar's in some serious trouble up top.
Yep, being chased down by Cuckoo on the old Warlock as bottom lane. That's going to be first blood. Skeeter takes a tumble first to Joe Camp, who dies shortly after the Snake King. So
is Phantom Lancer. It's super frustrating, but
especially as a support. But the supports these days get a lot of money. So
that's right. It's probably not. That's a big part of why PL is worse. Is that supports are rich.
Yep. His Pounce.
Oh, Crit might live here.
Outside of the sentry now.
Look it out.
And he
blood
is
grenade.
going to get blood grenaded.
Oh,
and they put another sentry down, and that should do it.
I thought they were out of
the kill.
sentries. They had one more. I guess it was in the backpack of WS, which is why this took so long, but he swapped it in, waited for the timer. Definitely a very strong.
6-minute power rune is going to be bottom. It's a haste as Makoto doing quite a bit of damage to this tier 1 tower. Cuckoo, though, he finds crit. With Malreen's help, they destroy him. And now this is a 3 versus 1 because Snake King has come to play onto Makoto. Able to get the Dragon Tail in enough distance away.
Which is not ideal into the TB, but they still hit hard enough.
7-minute wisdom. Jokem trying to get some space from Skeeter, but Snake King comes as well, and they're going to take out Jokem to start this out. Makoto makes his way over, but you see the Sand King going to die right after the Burrow Strike, and now this has turned into a 4 versus 1. Makoto just has to run. This is a big fatal bonds, and of course there's not going to be much follow-up at the 7-minute mark, and Makoto might get run down. Indeed, he does. My goodness, what a turn of events for Falcons. They steal the Wisdom Shrine, and they get a bunch of kills on top of it.
And they use Malreen's Prophet just like they use his Monkey King, right? Time for a big objective play. He's joining. You can count on him showing up. On Prophet, it's obviously even easier than on the Monkey King. You just press one button and you're there.
Oh, but a nice pounce onto the Pango.
He's gonna live.
Gets a good barrier from the shield crash, and Amar.
That's a massive
right-click
barrier.
his way as Jokem has to be careful now. Swashbuckle coming back.
Uh-oh.
Just a second, and Mike, the wrath of nature. Disgusting.
Really gets level starved sometimes at a pro level if you don't get the wisdoms.
They're going to try for this.
But crit 2-1-2 and double wisdom is really good
collapsed
news.
on. Frostbite to start things out, and that is the death of 23 Savage. Gracious.
Oh, there it is. It spawned. Nice. Petrify. Oh, look at that.
Wow, you were correct. What a genius.
Uh-oh.
Snake King. He's going to get swiftly taken out by Talon, and now Amar has to be careful. Gets a big shield crash onto 3 heroes. Uses the Rolling Thunder as well.
They have Wrath of Nature.
And he's not going to try to go for it.
Oh, he actually sent it out now. Just for farming, I guess. Had the Arcane Rune, so he wants to use it.
I really don't want to have this recycled conversation again.
I'm happy to bring it up every day until they change the trend.
One day it'll happen.
Crit is dead.
Another stack for Jokem.
The creep wouldn't have stunned if crit wasn't there, I think.
Well, 23 Savage doesn't seem to mind. And Snake King coming from the other side, along with Skeeter. This is going to be an easy kill. Probably did not need the Doom, but better safe than sorry when it's position 1. Makoto apparently wants to fight this out. Snake King getting super low. The Frostbite holding Makoto in place. Cuckoo, he's got his level 6, but, you know, it's a CM that will just casually die to the right click of Jokem.
But this is the type of lineup that you can beat at a gold deficit for the side.
Jokem forced out the Shadow Dance. Should know that Doom is down. Bottom lane, 23 Savage forcing out a TP from Amar, which forces out the Chaotic Offering from Cuckoo, but TPs are coming. Malreen ready to go, and now the Rolling Thunder from Amar, potentially setting something up as the rest of Talon have come. A big Wrath of Nature, though. As Malreen, he's going to be surrounded. Looks like he's going to be the first to die. Jokem able to pounce away. Shuriken doing a decent amount, actually, but 23 Savage, yeah, just sunder your ally. Your poor support. So a good turn of events for Talon, despite being down 3K.
Just leveraging the fact that they have team fight and Falcons don't, right? The only team fight ability Falcons have is...
okay,
that was a track kill, actually.
Yeah, Diffusal.
Immediately.
I'm guessing if you rebuy Midas, the cooldown is still applied from the last one.
Yeah, but there's... otherwise, you would be 6 slotted, yeah.
Yeah, but we've seen some of these bugs occur very recently. It's a big Wrath of Nature again. Jokem inside his ult will still die. And they get the Sand King as well. My goodness.
Especially with this mid-Dragon Knight really trying to take initiative here, right? You've got the Blink Dagger into Mage Slayer second on the way here soon. Makoto would love to find fights together with his Sand King. Poking and prodding at 23 Savage.
He's at half HP, wants a Thunder target. Obviously can't do it on Amar. Currently spell immune, and that is a kill for Falcons. And the epicenter, that is a yikes. If it was a little earlier, maybe they could have saved 23 Savage. Cuckoo won't bother with a Chaotic Offering, obviously, as he gets run down. And this is getting worse and worse for Talon.
Struggling to come up with
might
anyone.
be him. Dragon Tail onto Amar. Gets burrowed as well. Shield Crash, not enough. No, the Chaotic Offering is actually going to be used, but I'm pretty sure Malrine can just walk away, so a big wasted ult for Talon.
Okay.
You might be able to find crit, though. Dragon Tail, they have the vision for now. And they have the kill as well. So double kill for Makoto. Maybe they can turn this into a Roche. Crit has drums. We'll be going for a pipe as they find Jokam on the high ground. Gets frostbit, but Dark Pact into the Shadow Dance.
My
So they
God,
have so much damage. Following him in that Shadow Dance, Amar going to ignore as Jokam burning ever so slowly to the Scorched Earth Radiance combination. And Amar actually avoiding the enemy hero in order to get Skeeter the kill. That is...
I think it's one of the only cores in Dota right now I would say that it's worth buying pipe against one hero. Because a lot of the time, if the enemy team has one magic damage hero, you're kind of like, do I really buy pipe for that? Snake just is so much more.
My goodness. Epicenter to follow, though. They've lost one into the Chaotic Offering with the Fatal Bonds. Double kill for WS, showcasing his newly picked up Aghanim Scepter. So a good bait and switch.
So.
Oh. And they got the dust. Makoto. They've been tracking crit for quite a while.
He did.
Pay it off with the kill.
First kill of the game for 23 Savage. I don't know. I'm looking at this Falcons lineup and the early lead they have, but I'm struggling a little bit to envision mid-game teamfights going their way very easily.
Pick up one quick kill onto Snake King. Amar with a good swashbuckle, but there's not going to be any follow-up.
It's kind of interesting, right? It's not very often we see that, but nature of the
my God! What the hell was that?
Oh, okay. It's a lot of damage.
He just insta-gibbed him.
I can't say with confidence that it wasn't a bug.
What?
But this kill is much, much bigger.
Epicenter with the Ags. Chaotic. Okay, that was definitely not needed.
Calm down.
That was not needed. But a big kill on the left. Man, crit is on top. Oh, Makoto even more on top of it.
Jokam not so much on top of it.
Yeah. A little bit of
he didn't miss the Yules,
slight
though.
mistake. He just wants to hit him so he can get that stack. Very nicely done.
Oh my God! If he would have Yuled the creep, I would have lost. That would have been so funny. There's nobody to play with.
There hasn't been a ton of track kills.
There isn't an obvious, okay, now we're going to smoke and go for that fight, or let's play this area of the map. They're going to walk into us.
Ooh.
So he's kind of just walking around a bit aimlessly.
Wow, they're dodging spells left and right. Dragon form already used. Skeeter's going to use the Doom onto the said Dragon Knight. 23 Savage in the midst of things. Already at half HP. Has to be careful. This is a BKB target. He's just going to go down. That's life number 1. Nice burrow shot. Into the epicenter onto 3 heroes. WS is owning this fight. Both supports dead to him alone. Will BKB in the retreat. Malrine trying to right-click his way through, but he's going to Hurricane Pike onto the high ground. Amar with the Rolling Thunder. WS gets thundered by 23 Savage. Remember,
no.
This is his second life. This is very risky.
No.
This is very bad for Talon.
No.
They lose 2. Could have been 6. But it was not. And now Cuckoo will get run down, although TPing out, he's fine. Makoto, he will get out as well.
What makes that even more sad is I actually think WS was fine. He had juked out the play and was ready to get out with
Maybe
Blink,
he has 500 ping. Half a second earlier.
Tanked up with a Shiva, but I think the Ghost Scepter is extremely good value right now. The cheapest way to solve the problem is often the best one. It's damage onto Joker
It's
from
insane. It is actually insane. Makoto. Infernal Blade to start things out. Gets off the Dragon Tail. They won't have their Slark support for this. Actually, Doom will be expended. There's the Chaotic Offering, but the BKB shrugs it off for Skeeter. That's the Nightfall away for the Dragon Knight. And Cuckoo's ult. Oh, we have the Epicenter again, this time only onto a couple. And that's the pipe mitigating a lot of it, but Crit will still get right-click down into Oblivion. Skeeter will be force-staffed by Malrine, who TPs out the Burrow Strike just late.
Wait, how
and now the blink for Skeeter.
How could he blink? Was he out of the Immolation Aura? But
That's a big pickup. Daedalus now.
definitely looks like they are trying to corner them here. Crit giving the info. Amar.
All right, see how much damage he can do to the Slark this time. Ghost Scepter, but the perma stun. He does get off the Shadow Dance. Yules now. Will still get stunned again and will drop as the Warlock gonna get tracked, and Amar and company will finish the job there. So 2 supports dead already for Talon. Dragon form already expended as well. WS does have Epicenter though. Something you have to keep in the back of your mind if you are Falcons.
given that you get Epi off. If you don't get Epi off, this item is garbage.
Yep, you can say that
Shiva
about a lot
has
of
some
things.
secondary uses at the very least. Well, he's not getting that off.
Oh,
He got
Mark actually
he's
wants to
trying
fight
TP
here. The
out.
Doom expended onto the Sand King, just TP's out. 23 Savage focusing onto Malrine. Chaotic
he's
offering
dead.
just out of range, but it matters not. They get the Nature's Prophet anyway. Skeeter trying to do as much damage. Actually, Nightfall's away. He's going to be fine. They don't have another stun on top of that. So the Sand King dies, the Nature's Prophet dies, 1 for 1. Important kills for both sides. Crit finally gets level 15, so he gets that damage mitigation while Shadow walks.
See Jokum.
And Jokum gonna get stunned. Amar has been all over this Slark.
He is surviving
Frostbite.
really long here.
Yep, gets off the Yules as well. This is wasting a lot of Amar's ult timing here as WS goes in. They're gonna be able to take out Jokum eventually. WS with the epicenter. Crit is taking the brunt of this damage. 23 Savage with the Hurricane Pike, focusing on Skeeter, who now has to run away. BKB runs out though. Now he gets pounced, and Makoto will just be able to right-click him down eventually. Double kill for 23 Savage. They buy back onto the Slark and results in 2 kills, maybe more.
They'll get out the rest of them, maybe? No, they
Snaking.
won't. Snake's not getting out.
Or Staff. Yeah, the Yules will find him. So it'll be a 3rd kill going the way of Talon, I think.
Can anyone connect on this? Hello?
Snaking is very elusive, it seems.
All right, there we go.
They get the stun, they get the damage.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. Jokum just bought an eternity, and he did end up dying, and that was in spite of not using Depth Shroud. And if you do nothing about him, eventually he's just going to hit heroes enough times to get some damage raking up. Right.
Keep in mind, Doom was not used here. He's not going to be up for 30 seconds, but does have his buyback available if he wants to expend it. They're going to focus right now. There's the Depth Shroud used on 23 Savage. Should be safe as a result. Amar continuing to be a nuisance. Of course, neither team knows if Roche is up. It's not quite yet. Yep, it's not the fastest Roche.
They are arriving. Crit.
Yeah, the vision advantage definitely in favor of Talon right now.
They're giving up on it for now.
Roche is only at half HP as Makoto goes to the high ground. 23 Savage getting gone on by Amar. Big ult from the Nature's Prophet. 23 Savage super low, gets the BKB up. The Thunder does nothing. He is dead. 80 seconds on the deck. In the pit, Roche is going to beat the shit out of the Sand King as well. So 2 dead for Talon, and just like that, Falcons with a massive advantage. Rolling Thunder now from Amar. Going to force out the BKB on Makoto. Will Nightfall away? No bash.
That was pretty unlucky for
Into
Amar.
the pit they go. Jokum will find his way to the grave, and Roche is all for Falcons. They get the goodies.
Dear.
60 seconds of no Slark. Even a nullifier coming online for Mr. Skeeter. Well, Dragon Tail initiation of the Burrow Strike. That's a dead Snake King, and like you talked about, that's a very important hero in terms of farm. And the Rolling Thunder onto the sideline, just again creating a nuisance. They actually use Chaotic Offering on top of Amar. Has the shield crash though for a lot of damage mitigation. Will swashbuckle away.
Wow, that was a
Shadow
really
Walk.
clutch Shadow Walk.
And Malrine in the trees, but they have the vision. This is life number 1 for him. Big Wrath of Nature after the fact. Crit continue to give vision. They have the surround tactics though, as Malrine getting melted. Amar gets a nice swashbuckle, killing 1, but WS with the epicenter on the sideline. Malrine finally does drop, has the buyback if he needs to use it, but they get the Terror Blade. Makoto will die next. Double kill for Skeeter, alive during all of this. And if they wanted, they could buy back on Nature's Prophet and just end things right now. Yep, push is not quite as potent without the Nature's Prophet. But he'll be back in 30 seconds. Oh, Doom applied to Slark. They know he doesn't have a buyback. Trying to limp back to base, but I think he's just ticking out here.
Yeah, it's the 25 talent Doom, so he can't use his Yules.
And out. No way to get back in the game. And oh, that was a Sand King that evaporates.
Okay, the Slark death is one thing. That Sand King death, I don't understand what just happened. Why was he there?
Well,
okay, well,
it doesn't matter. Game is over.
That's game, yeah.
Surely.
Prophet's just going to TP in here and spawn a Treant, and it will end the game alone. Let's see it. Here it comes. Here
There
comes
it
Greater
is.
Treant. This is Bobby.
Cactus.
Oh,
Very powerful.
Honestly, the banner not working on this is really bad. I think it should work on Treant.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is the second tier 4 down in favor of Falcons, as this is the beginning of the end for 23 Savage. Coming to get a nice Thunder onto Amar. Able to Rolling Thunder away, though. And Cuckoo gets the Death Golem out, but it matters not. Dragon Knight all alone. GG's called, and that is a 2-0 for Falcons.
Yeah, fair to say, just overall better this series. This game was a little more interesting. Talon showed some moments of opportunity, and